Hey everyone, what's up? It's Subham here. I have been planning to create a video. I just wanted to share my mistakes of 2025, what are the things I have learned, what mistakes I have done, and how I'm planning my this year of 2026. Okay, what is my goals and everything. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to break down everything. So yeah, let's deep dive into it. We will quickly review what was 2025 was like and my 2026 plan. Okay, so first let's start with how was my 2025. So first we will discuss what did go well in 2025. Okay, so the first thing that did go very well in 2025 is I switched my niche. Earlier I was in the med spa niche serving med spa clients, but it was getting tougher and tougher to get appointments and to close clients. Okay, so I switched my niche. That is the best thing, best, you can say decision I have made for myself and for my agency. Okay, so I left my med spa niche and then I tried four different niches and finally found a great niche that fits all the criteria that I was looking for. Okay, that is the very first thing, which I truly appreciate that I have done for myself in 2025. Okay, so I am into new niche uh, in this year. So yeah, that's the first thing which go really well. Second is I joined an agency program in the US. Okay, and it has given me the direction. As I told you, I've tried multiple niches. I got all of those inspiration from that agency program which I have joined, and the current niche which I am in also is you can say a fruit of joining that particular agency program, because I get more ideas, I get some suggestions from the people who are above us, who is making 40-50 thousand dollars a month in their agency. They suggested me a few things and I went into that route and I finally found a perfect niche for myself that I think which has a huge potential and there is not too much competition in that area. Okay, so these are the things which go really well in 2025. Now let's talk about the mistakes that I have done in 2025 and what are my losses. So I lost 2 lakh rupees in Pratham Faceless Agency. So I've invested into Faceless Agency of Pratham. He told me that he's going to give me, that we're going to start making money within the first 1 to 2 weeks. 2 months passed by, nothing happened, and it was a horrible experience. I lost all the money. Okay, but I do not wanted to talk about too much. But yeah, I lost all the money that I've invested in there. Okay. Second is I started SMS outreach after June. So it took me a long time to start the SMS outreach. I should have started earlier, which could have benefited me. Okay, so these are the mistakes I have done. And then last but not least is did not spend enough time in improving my sales and appointment setting skills. Okay, I was, yes, consuming a lot of content, trying to go into the different markets, things like that, but I had enough time, but I did not spend too much time into improving myself on a consistent basis. Okay, so these are the mistakes I have done. And now let's talk about the learnings. What are the learnings of 2025? So number one learning I have gotten in 2025 is that focus on basics. There are few things that you should be doing as an agency owner. Like you need to do consistent outreach. You need to continuously improve your skills. These are things, I like the basics. Everyone should do that. Okay, so my learnings is that focus on the basics. Do not try to overcomplicate too many things and do not take any actions. Okay, I have done that. So these are my mistakes and my learnings, that this year I'm going to focus on the basics. Okay, and follow it for a longer period of time to get the results that you are actually looking for. Okay, so that's number one. Second is in outreach, volume matters. Earlier, when I was doing outreach, I was hardly doing 40 or 50 DMs per day. Okay, on different platforms like social media, things like that. But those outreach platforms are very limited, like we cannot do too much. And if you're just sending 40-50 a day, in a month you're hardly sending, let's say, 1,000 to 1,500 messages, which is very low amount of outreach volume to get great results in nowadays and in different industries. Okay, so in outreach, volume matters a lot. You need to be doing at least 5,000, 10,000. The more outreach you do, the better it is for you to get the faster feedback. You can improve your script, you can get some clients and things like that. Okay, so in outreach, whenever you are doing outreach for your agency, volume matters a lot. I know some people say, yeah, you should go with the personalization, things like that. I have tried that. I haven't. It has not worked for me, so I do not support that. Okay, in different industry, different different things happen. But from my perspective, in terms of lead generation, working with local businesses, like the if you do a low amount of like low volume for outreach, it doesn't work for me. I've done that. It took me 3 years. I have been just doing 40-50 DMs for med spa to acquire clients, and it was horrible. I haven't been able to get too many clients. Okay, so in outreach, volume matters. Okay, the more you do, the better it is. So find a channel, find a outreach platform that could allow you to scale your outreach. Okay, how you can do 200, 300 outreach per day. Okay, So that's the learning that I have gotten. Next is work on improving your skills every single day. No matter at what journey you are in, you should be spending some time in improving your skills and your capability, so that when opportunities do hit you up, when you get on a sales call, you know exactly how to sell. You have all the fundamentals clear. You have your communication skills properly, honed up, so that when you actually get on a sales call, you are able to sell the service, right? So continuously improve, on your skills, whether it's appointment setting a skill, or let's say service delivery skill or anything like that. Continuously work on your skills. And the next is a stop consuming and start creating. In 2025, I have consumed a hell lot of stuff in terms of agency thing or any other kind of content that I have consumed. So I have realized if you wanted to make money in this world, you need to stop consuming and start creating. Yes, consumption is fine, but after a certain period of time, you need to start creating. So last year I have started two YouTube channel. One is dedicated towards my agency, so where I'm to create the content for my agency clients, which I wanted to acquire. Okay, so it is going to build me that long term, you can say, trust. If people are looking for about my company, they can search it on YouTube, find some content around marketing and things like that, so that it builds the trust and authenticity. And over the period of longer, over a period of time, it could even help me to acquire more clients organically. Okay, so that's the first thing I have done, I started doing. And the second, I have started this personal YouTube channel to share my knowledge, my experience, or whatever my journey that I'm going through, to so that I can improve my communication skills and my presentation skills. So that's what I am doing. So I have created two YouTube channels, and I'm hoping that this year I should be creating more and more videos, improve myself consistently, and make a good impact in this world. Okay, so that's the thing, which is a stop consuming and a start creating in 2026. And a speed is greater than everything. A lot of times people consume a lot of stuffs. They know exactly that they found a good idea, but it took them a long time to implement it. Okay. One day I found a YouTube channel, sorry, a YouTube video where it says that you need to start creating YouTube videos for your agency. Okay. And from that one video and from that one idea, it given me that idea. Okay, I will start, and then I started creating YouTube videos. Okay. So I just got an idea. I saw somewhere an inspiration, and what kind of content do I need to create? And then I start creating. It took me and creating videos is tough. It's not that easy. You need to prepare for that. You need to prepare the script. You need to prepare what is the outline of the video, how you're going to explain everything, and so it is tough. It is not easy. So that one single idea needs a lot of implementation. Okay. Meanwhile, a lot of people just consume hell lot of content. They get hell lot of ideas, but they do not practically, like they do not take action with a speed. Okay. And then after some time, after a few days, you watch another content, and then you forget about the first strategy that you have learned in another video, right? So if you just consume content, and you do not have an implementation of a speed, nothing is going to change. Okay. So a speed of action, like how soon you act on a particular idea or opportunity, matters a lot. Okay. So if you consume anything, if you got a good idea and you think that this could probably work, then implement it as soon as possible. Test it out at least, and you will see if this is something worth your time or not. Okay. So these are my learnings of 2025, and these are the things I want to improve, follow that in my next year, which is 2026. Okay. If I give you my honest experience, so honestly, 2025 was tough. I saw the bottom of my SMMA career. My income and saving dropped by 90%. And I lost all of my clients, did not make anything for the 6 to 7 months almost. And it was crazy experience to build everything again from the bottom. Like I almost reached at the bottom of my career. I've lost everything, every single client that I had. I have lost all the money that I have saved up. I made almost like 7 figure last year in 2024, but everything dropped, and I was having very less amount of money in my bank account. And from there I started turning again, and I started making a little bit of money just to save myself. Okay. So I completely shifted that, like 2025, like it was a whole curve. I like dropped my career, my clients, revenue, everything by like 90%, you can say. Okay. And it was pretty tough to be in that situation when you have seen a lot of money, when you had decent amount of savings, but you lost everything in different things. Okay. So it was pretty tough year. One thing I learned is that no matter what happens, if I keep working on my business and skills every single day, I will not go hungry. Something will click and I will make money no matter what. I will make money even if I lose everything, because I have built myself, I have built my skills so that even if anything loses, I can go somewhere and I know I can at least make on a low end 50,000 to 1 lakh rupees in any particular job. I can go to a particular agency and, get a job on the back end. And I know I have that skills which can help me to make extra 50,000 rupees to 1 lakh, a month. But that is the worst case scenario. I have never went into a job and I know we are never going to do that. But I'm just giving you the what is the worst case scenario that I have felt, that if I have that experience, no matter what happens, I am going to make money. So that's the thing. And I know I haven't achieved my goal for 2025s. Like the beginning of this YouTube channel was the first video I had is I will share my goal publicly and will achieve it publicly. Okay. But I haven't been able to achieve my goals for 2025 as well. And yeah, I know that I have made a lot of mistakes. I wasn't able to get closer to my goal as I have expected, but it's fine. Okay, I'm still making my goals again. 2025 was a learning for me, giving me a right direction on different niches, things like that. So this year we built a solid plan and I'm going to work on my goals continuously to achieve our goals for 2026. Okay, so yeah, so now let's talk about 2026 goals. Like, what are my goals? I have 5 different goals, but the only thing that I would like to share is my agency revenue. Okay. The agency revenue goal for we have in 2026 is reach $30,000 per month. Okay. And now let's talk about my exact plan to hit $30,000. Okay. So a lot of people set the goals, but they're not able to break down the goals. So for me, I have understood that if you wanted to achieve anything, you need to break down your goal into a small daily action, a small chunk, so that you can build a plan to hit that a small number. Okay. So $30,000 may look like a huge amount of money or like a big number. So first, we need to break down into small chunks. So let's say we are going to divide that into quarters. Okay. So first quarter Q1 from Jan to March, our goal is to hit $12,000. Okay, so first 3 months plan is to hit $12,000. Okay, how we can hit that? If we get 10 clients for $1,200, we are going to hit $12,000. Okay, so that's the pricing that I wanted to go with. I'm already charging $1,000, so I know we can easily charge $1,200 a month for our services. Okay, so if we get $1,200 clients, and I got 10 clients, I would be making $12,000. Okay, now let's break down even further. What's the 1 month plan, which is January? So in January, our goal is to hit $5,000, which is a foundational revenue. The reason I have written a foundational revenue, because this is the basics. You can say once you reach $5,000, a lot of you will build a decent foundation of your business. You're no longer a lot of money constraint. You have some clients, you have some experience, you have some clients case studies to show, and you have a decent amount of data to go even further. Okay, so $5,000 is a very foundational revenue. Once you get there, you have multiple opportunities open up, multiple gates open up on how would you like to scale from there. Okay, so that's why I call this as a foundational revenue. Okay, so January, where we wanted to hit $5,000 a month. Okay, now let's talk about how we're going to hit that. So currently we are still doing outreach, cold outreach to get clients, and currently specifically I'm doing SMS outreach. Okay, so what is my outreach volume should look like to hit that first $5,000 mark in January? Okay, so our outreach volume will be, I will send 270 SMS per day. That means approx 8,000 SMS in January. Okay, that is that much outreach I will be doing. Okay, and then out of that, I know we can book at least 20 meetings. It might look a little small that if you send 8,000 SMS, you only book 20 meetings, but all I care is about the quality of meetings that I get, not the quantity of meeting. Even if I get 20 good quality meetings, it will be pretty good enough for me to, hit my goal. Okay, so let's say we have just booked 20 quality meetings and we get 12 people to show up to the meeting. We have 60% show up rate. Okay, so 12 people actually get on a call with me on Zoom. And I know if I get 12 clients, I can easily close 7 trial clients out of that. Okay, and if I get 7 trial clients and do a trial, okay, I'm not talking about the complete free trial. I would like to take a small $150 deposit for the trial, and then do the service. Okay. So if I get 7 trial clients, I know I can easily convert 4 of them into paying clients, which is 60% conversion. Okay. So if I get 4 clients, so I will be making at minimum $4,000 to $5,000. Okay, if I charge $1,000, it will be $4,000. If I charge $1,200, then it will be approx $5,000 in revenue. Okay, so that's the plan, which is pretty clear, and I'm very confident that we're going to hit that goal. Why? Because I have that niche selected. I have the proven a script which is working really good. I know the entire flow of the conversation of how it should be to not just pitch the client but also take them through the conversation and then book an appointments. I have a pre-call video to nurture them before they get on a call. I have a YouTube channel to build the trust and authenticity. So I have the basic foundation set up. So I know I'm pretty confident that we can absolutely hit that number with this much amount of volume of outreach. Okay, so that's the goal. And once we hit our first $5,000, then I'm going to repeat the same process for the next month, which is February. Okay, or if it feels like it is not working at the level that it should be, then we are going to move towards, we are going to provide good results to our clients, retain them for 2 months again, and collect $10,000 in the bank, and then move to paid ads. Okay, because ultimately I really wanted to move to paid ads so that we can continuously acquire clients. Okay, that's the main thing. So first, we will start with SMS outreach, get to first $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Okay, and then once we save up at least $10,000, then we're going to start spending on paid ads to acquire clients. So we'll start with $1,500 per month of ad spend, and then start closing 3, 4, 5 clients just through paid ads. We'll even increase the amount that we are spending on the ads. We are happily spending $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and then so that we can sign at least 4 to 5 clients, in a month approx. Okay, and then if I do that, I should be able to get to $12,000 per month by the end of March. Okay, once I reach there, once I cross, let's say $12,000, then I'm going to slow down a little bit. I will hire some key people in my team to handle the backend so that I do not get overwhelmed, or I do not want it to break the system. I should have the capacity to handle the clients that we are bringing in. Okay, so we are going to hire some VA or setter to handle everything on the backend, and then from there, once we have that we have decent clients, we have a decent size of team who can handle all the work, then we're going to scale from there to $30,000. I know the plan from here is a little big because the plan will be changed. Okay, so that's why I do not want it to get into too much granular of how the every detail it should be. Okay, so the first goal of the plan, is to reach first $5,000 a month, and I know we have a very clear plan of how we're going to hit that. I am on a track to hit that, number. So it will be pretty good. I'll share that in the next month if I hit that or not. Okay, but the $5,000 per month plan is absolutely clear, and after that the plan will be little changing, based on different conditions and the scenarios. But I know we can get to first $5,000, then a scale towards paid ads. Okay, so that's the plan, and that's how we're going to hit. Once we have decent size of team, and everything on the back end, then we're going to scale up the ads and reach $30,000 per month. Okay, so that's the thing. And yeah, pretty much that's the entire process. Now I also wanted to define few things which I need to be on a daily basis, which I need to be doing on a daily basis to not just acquire clients, but to able to improve my character traits, improve my skills, and everything, so that when opportunities do come up, when I actually scale my business from $10,000 to $30,000, I have all the character traits to be able to handle that much amount of volume, the team member and things like that. Okay, so first Q1, it should be focusing on the fundamentals and building yourself properly, okay, to reach your first, $10,000 to $12,000. So these are the activities that I have defined for myself, for daily activities that I need to be doing consistently every single day, no matter what. Okay, so number one is spend 1 hour in creating YouTube video for the agency. This is a creation part where we spend 1 hour in doing the research, scripting the video, doing the more market research and recording the video, editing it, things like that. So this is the creation part, which is a long-term game for our agency, so that we can build a strong presence on different platforms, so that whenever someone do search about my company, they can see that yes, we have enough content to build that trust and authenticity in the market. Okay, that's the first thing that I will be doing on a daily basis. Second is spend 30 minutes in practicing appointment setting. I don't like, I still feel like that my communication is not up to the point. The way I speak lacks. I fumble a little bit, when I, let's say, try to record the videos or when I try to speak with clients. So I wanted to improve that. I wanted to be able to talk to people over the phone, and book appointments. Let's say when we actually start the ads and once we start getting the leads, I want that I should be able to call the leads and book appointments directly. And so for that, I wanted to practice my appointment setting, a skill and improve it continuously. So that's the second task. Third is I'm going to spend 45 minutes in sales training, and let's say, I will review a past sales call so that I can live and breathe the context of sales call, and I know exactly what are the things which has worked, what are the things I need to avoid, and how to improve myself, my tonality, the way I explain things, everything like that. Okay, so improve our sales skill every single day. Work on that for 45 minutes straight. Okay, and the last is send 270 SMS per day and response to the leads as soon as possible. Okay, these are the 4 daily tasks that I need to be performing, which will help me to reach my first five to $10,000, and then from there we will scale. Okay, so that's pretty much the entire plan of how I am planning my 2026. What are my daily activities that I wanted that I will be performing? Okay, and I'm pretty sure this year will be much different from all the last 3 4 years that I have been doing into the SMMA thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, do let me know. Otherwise, if you wanted to connect with me on Instagram, you can message me, and I'll see you there. Bye.